We got in here right at the height of the heat wave.
Yeah, we're like, is it exactly the hottest point of the day?
High noon, you want to record? Yeah, let's do it.
God damn!
What's up, Aaron?
What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, you know, I'm just a little bit distracted because I got some picture of my baby.
Is that your goddamn?
That's my goddamn.
What's your goddamn? Tell me.
Okay.
Tell them. I know.
My goddamn is the same as the last time. The second verse, same as the first, is that my kids are out of town for 2 weeks. However, I have severely changed my outlook on this, and I was super excited, and now I am gonna cry every day.
Aww.
It's so sad. My house is so quiet and clean.
Oh, God,
There
I'm so
are
jealous.
Vacuum fucking track marks in my house where I'm like, oh, we don't walk over there.
We need the pitter-patter of their tiny feet to mess up these track
We've
marks.
never had tracks in our fucking carpet. The kids are everywhere, or their stuff is everywhere, and it's not coming out because I'm not playing with their shit.
Yeah.
So it got put away, and like the shower
Stayed
and
there.
the bathroom, everything was cleaned like nicely, and now I'm like, oh, I've erased all traces of children, and I'm sad.
Aww.
And then now I don't get pictures of them very often, so it's hard.
They're
It's
having
rough.
so much fun.
They're having so much fun. And we went out last night. We went to an amateur night at a comedy club. So it was like, you know, we got to do
Fun.
shit. That's
Yeah.
fun that we want to do that we would never do otherwise. Also, $5 drinks for happy hour. I was like, sign my house
Hell
up.
yeah.
It was no cover charge and just essentially like a bar during happy hour where they tell you jokes. So it was
Hell yeah.
so much fucking fun.
That sounds awesome.
However,
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
You
I
just
miss my
those
children.
babies.
I miss my children. And it hasn't even been one solid week yet. And I'm
I
like,
know.
when the fuck are they
I
coming
was
home?
gonna say, you still got like one more day for it to be a full week.
Oh my god, yeah. I have fucking 8 more days of this shit. And I'm so sad.
Just live it up, you know? Like, try
Yeah.
not to think about it.
I will, and it'll be fine, and it'll be fun, and I'm probably gonna hang out with you for the 4th, so I'll be hanging out with you and your kids who are just gonna look at me like, where are your fucking kids?
That's what all they've been doing. Every event that we've had since they've been gone. Because I
I
don't know
know.
why all of a sudden our fucking lives were like, let's merge back together and hang out every fucking day now that
Yeah.
your kids aren't around. And my children are like, where are they?
Yeah,
Where
your
are
kids
they?
look at me like, listen, you're alright,
Yeah.
I guess,
They're
but
asking
like,
me a lot of questions about
Yeah.
like how far away is he? I'm like, I don't fucking know, bruh.
you're just the carrier of our favorite people?
Yeah. Like,
Where are they?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Wish I had them too.
Can you go with me to find them? Let's go get them.
Dude, last night I heard your son's little voice on Fortnite or whatever, and I fucking ran to my phone to let you know that I had a proof of life.
I'm so sad. That too. I haven't heard their stupid little voices. And Grandpa's texting us like he's so loud. I'm like, he's the
Can I
fucking
hear him?
loudest kid in the world.
Dude, they are so loud. Your kid and my kid on Fortnite together is like
Just yelling.
fucking insane.
The entire time.
Both of them.
The entire time.
Oh my god, I found a god chest.
Even when they're not yelling words, it's just like, oh!
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god.
My son was losing his fucking mind because they found a god chest. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
And then my son told me it was a gold chest, so I don't know if I just misheard him, but he kept yelling your son's name and being like, there's a god chest! There's a god chest! I'm gonna get it! And then they were fucking losing their minds. And then my son comes running in all out of breath and fucking riled up. And he's like, we almost won. We were the last two standing. And then this guy sniped me right in the head. Like about, I don't know, he gave way more detail about
Yeah.
your son and what he was doing and how they were helping each other or whatever. And I was just like, oh my God, okay.
Wow.
That sounds like a lot. Anyway, get out of here.
Yeah. Anyway, I
heard
got
it all.
somebody- I don't miss you.
I think what we should do is after this, we should go into both of my son's rooms and take their electronics, and then you and I sign into their accounts and try to play Fortnite with your son.
See if he's on there. I like this idea. I think that's a great idea. I've also decided I'm going to start just FaceTime calling them.
I think you should. Yeah, just do it.
I don't know if their phone is charged or anything.
I'm sure it is.
So I'm like, but I miss them so much. What if they ignore me? Listen, I'm going through it.
Spam them like they would spam you.
I know, right? Just keep calling.
Girl, I just sent both of mine away today for the first time in fucking a million years. And just the second I walked back in the house from dropping everybody off, I immediately texted Lee and I was like, this feels so amazing.
Your like ears are ringing.
Yeah, like weeks of overstimulation. And I'm
Yeah. Aw. Where's baby boy? Back at daycare?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. But, like, the older one, maybe that should be my goddamn. You want to hear my goddamn?
Heck yeah,
I kind
I
of have
do.
two. I was going to say the older one was homesick yesterday.
Ugh.
And he was just, like, kind of tired, kind of
Yeah.
sick. And I was like, oh, my God. So I'm just overstimulated. But my real goddamn is that we celebrated my son's birthday this weekend. And on Saturday, after coming home from said party, and, you know, any mom who has a party outside of the house, you know, coming home, it's like 500 fucking bags of presents and then all the leftovers that nobody ate and all the other shit, all the stuff it took to set up the party. So the car was like loaded.
Yeah.
And so we're unloading it. I open the door and there's fucking stupid Chip's face like, hi, Mom, like super pumped to see me because we hadn't been home all day. And immediately she fucking high fives me with her paw on her little snaggly ass toenail, caught my BFF forever bracelet.
Forever.
Forever bracelet. My friendship bracelet with Aaron. She caught it. Little bitch snagged that elastic band, ripped it off. It exploded everywhere. And I was like, oh no, my best friend bracelet.
Oh,
so no one's going to know
no.
we're best friends now.
How will they know?
They're never going to know.
This is the one we had with baby girl, too.
I know. They're never going to know that we're best friends with baby girl.
I'm just
too.
all by myself now.
I'm going to have to get another three.
Baby
three
girl
set-
won't wear hers either.
When I got those, I noticed right away that neither of you were wearing them. And I was like, I don't care. I'm still going to wear it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm still best friends. And then all of a sudden yours popped up and it looks so fresh and nice because by now, well, yours is starting to fade.
Yeah, it's
But-
getting pretty.
But by then, mine had already lost the color.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that it's broken, I have to get us another.
Yeah, you gotta get us another set, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't wear it for a while because it was too tight and it would cut off my circulation. And
That'll do
now...
because it's made for a child.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why.
I just let mine cut off my circulation.
Well, I embraced it. So that's
Yeah.
what I do now. And
Yeah.
it does cut off my circulation, but I do have a little tan line for it, so I know where it goes.
Girl, same. All
That-
my bracelets. I never had a tan line till now.
Well, you going outside and shit now.
Yeah, I go outside all the goddamn time now. Anyway, so that's my goddamn is just that my friendship bracelet broke.
That's really sad. I'm sorry that we can't be friends anymore.
Well, you're going to have to figure it out.
Be friends by myself.
Yeah, I tried to save. I saved the like leftover elastic scrap because it had a couple beads on it, and I was slightly intoxicated coming home, and I was like,
I'm gonna need this if I plan to remake it.
exactly. And then yesterday, I kept walking by this one little thing. It was like this white little square on the ground, and it looked like it had a little hole. And I'm like, is that the world's smallest Lego? Turns out it's the BFF part of the bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept walking by it, and then yesterday I picked it up, and I was like, oh shit! So I'm gonna try to find all the pieces and restring it, but we'll see.
I did notice in there that you only had the B and the F.
Yeah, there's one F missing.
So you better remedy that so that this can be forever.
My son was like, we can remake it. We have all the stuff, because I literally have all the beads.
Yeah, and the letter beads and shit.
yeah. And I was like, it will never be the same.
Can you make me one? Just like one bead bigger?
yeah, I can.
Oh, we should do that on Friday.
I'm down.
That'll be fun.
I got all the shit, man.
Girl, we could do it on 4th of July too. I won't have no kids.
I will. It'll be fine. They're just celebrating America's independence with Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah, out in Texas, so they might actually get to put off fireworks.
Oh,
and
hell
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, Grandpa said that their neighbor had done it for the past couple of years, where they have like a giant fucking
Your kids
show
will hate
on their
that.
street.
kids
Oh,
will
they're gonna hate
that.
it. We
'Cause
didn't
it's
tell
so
them.
loud.
Like, they hate fireworks. But peace be with you. Good luck. I don't know.
My kids hate it too. Like, they like doing it at our house because when we watch them, it's like you can see the fireworks, but they're far enough away that, like, it doesn't hurt your ears. If you were to come to my house because I said, oh, you can see fireworks in my backyard, you would be disappointed. But, like, the kids love it.
Yeah,
This is far
I
enough
disagree.
away.
I like it at your house.
I do
think it's-
too.
I have always watched from pretty far away, though. I've only ever
Oh.
been, like, up close a couple of times. And
Yeah.
those times even, I'm like, Jesus, is this safe?
We used to go to Colorado for 4th of July, and then we'd always go to, like, some lake or something. So it was, like, where everybody was at. So, and it would look like they're, like, falling on you. So
Yeah.
that's how I love fireworks, is when you're under them and they're,
Yeah.
like, big.
Yeah.
But not with kids. Oh, my God. And then, like,
Yeah.
a crowd to go to a lake.
Oh,
Oh,
God, right?
God.
Well, when I lived by that one lake,
Yeah, we would go to
over there,
that.
yeah, those were super fun. Those are, like, the closest that I've been.
But we didn't have
than,
kids.
Other than we go to Arizona on 4th of July. Most years, or a lot of years, we've gone to Arizona, and then they do, like, big fireworks there, like,
Yeah,
that you can buy, because
Yeah, it's Arizona.
they don't have laws.
Yeah.
And
You can
those
set
are
them off anywhere.
fun, but the kids hate it, because, again, they're big.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we have a neighbor over here that'll shoot them off sometimes, like the real big ones. And it's like where the shells are falling in my yard. The kids fucking hate it.
Yeah. My dogs don't like those, and I live in a
No.
place where they fucking set them off pretty often.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah, happy 4th.
Happy Independence Day in the U.S. Aren't we so independent?
So independent.
From the fucking crown,
It's fucking
losers.
great here, I swear.
Instead, we have fucking crippled Joe Biden and
The other guy.
I don't even know what we want to call that one. Yeah. Felon.
An old other guy over here. Yeah,
Jesus
listen.
Christ.
It's a fucking shit show.
We're
Pray for
not
us.
okay.
Or whatever.
Like, no one in the U.S. is okay.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to hear about some mad world
Yeah, I do.
murder?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Good.
Mad.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about Jennifer Cave.
Okay.
So I have no before times.
Oh, okay.
But in the early 2000s, Jennifer, she was like a teenager, and she moved to Corpus Christi, Texas with her family.
Okay.
And in 2002, she graduated from high school. In August of 2002, she traveled to San Marcos, Texas to attend Texas State University to study as a finance major.
Ooh. Finance.
But after one semester, she dropped out because she struggled to maintain her grades.
Ooh.
And so she...
One semester?
one semester, she's
Girl,
like,
give it 2.
I'm out.
She's like, college is not for me. I get it.
This sucks. A university? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
So after one...
Sorry, is that different than college?
Well, I mean, like, you know, we went to community college for the first 4 years.
Fair.
You could fuck around there for a while.
You sure can.
Yeah.
You're also not really paying like a tuition.
But, like, university, it's
Yeah.
super expensive. You can't really fuck around.
Especially in 2002, right?
Yeah, like before the whole
$20 a credit.
economy
Some
exploded.
shit.
Was it really only $20 a credit?
At community college.
So we paid $20 for, like, an entire semester of, like, fucking step class.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way
Literally.
to do it, man.
Right? That's a gym membership.
Screw the gym membership. Just go take a fucking class at a community college. All right. So that's what she did. She drops out of college and she actually joins a community college.
Oh, good
and
for
goes
her.
back. But before she does that, she gets a job working as a waitress at a restaurant in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
According to friends and family, Jennifer struggled on and off with drug addiction.
Ooh.
Although I'm not sure what kind of drugs, but this could be why her, like, grades tanked, right?
Yeah.
You get to university, you're not living with mom and dad, go on a drug bender, and realize, I need a job to afford this, and
Makes
I don't
sense.
want to go to school. Yeah. So, like I said, by 2005, she re-enrolled in college, but this time at Austin Community College, and she got herself a job as a legal assistant at a local law firm,
Wow, good for her.
right? At this time, she was 21 years old.
Okay.
So now we're going to jump to Colton Pitonyak.
Colton?
He's 22 years old, and he also was studying at the University of Texas as a finance major, which I'm guessing this is where they met, because it really didn't outline it, but, you know, we can use our big brains. He was originally from Bryant, Arkansas, in the greater Little Rock area, if anybody's from there, before he moved to Texas for college.
Okay.
So he doesn't have his family there either. It's just him. In high school, he had attended an all-boys Catholic school, and he was a National Merit Scholar, which I guess is some scholarship competition. So basically, homie is, like, super smart. He gets himself a scholarship. He's a good kid, whatever, right?
Cool. Went to university, out of state, doing his dang thing.
Got it all paid, free ride. So, knowing all of this about Colton, it's kind of surprising to learn that in 2004, he was actually arrested for possession of cocaine,
Ooh. Well, is it surprising?
prescription sleeping pills, and anxiety medicine in his apartment on campus. So, I guess you can't have all that shit.
Why?
I don't know,
It's
but
prescription.
I'm going to guess that maybe it wasn't prescribed to him.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Also, anxiety pills and stuff. Is it like Xanax or?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, maybe he's a little
Like
pill
popping
head.
a Xanny.
Yeah.
He does admit to taking Xanax and shit. So it probably was Xanaxes, cocaine,
Yeah.
fucking Ambien. Because people
Yeah.
were taking Ambien back then and, like, fucking trying to stay awake through it and tripping balls.
Yeah, Robo Trippin.
Exactly. So I'm guessing that's what all this was.
Okay.
So he got in trouble and he had to do time for that shit or whatever, got arrested for it. And he had to enter a drug rehab program.
Good for him.
But before all this, he never had any record of violent crimes or anything like that, just this drug thing. And his family was aware of his drug use and his struggles. But they had no idea that Colton was actually, like, the campus's sort of drug dealer. Like, I don't think he was like campus wide or whatever, but he is the one that people on campus would be like, hey, yo, let me get them Xannies.
Yeah. He's a little more than just a casual user. He's the plug.
Exactly.
Everybody's guy.
Right. So in 2005, he's still struggling with his drug use and everything, even though he went to rehab and all that shit.
Okay.
Now, like, he's still in college. He's still in his place.
Yeah, he's still got all his connections.
Exactly.
And he knows how to make money.
Right. So it's not entirely clear, the relationship between Colton and Jennifer. Like I said, it sounds to me like they met at school and they're basically just friends through drugs.
Okay.
Like Colton supplied, Jennifer bought, you know?
Mm-hmm. At some point, yeah.
Yeah. But there was some sort of level of friendship there too, because on August 16th, 2005, Colton and Jennifer had met up for dinner in downtown Austin to celebrate Jennifer's new job at that law firm.
Oh, cool.
So it wasn't just like they only talked to get drugs.
Like, they were also casual friends.
Right. But I'm guessing that there was an advantage to being Colton's friend.
Yeah, right.
Now, her new job, I didn't really explain this earlier, but it turns out that that same day, on August 16th, Jennifer had answered a posting for a one-day filing job at the law firm, and so she had worked it earlier that day, and it was just a one-day thing, but she had done such a good job that they offered her a full-time position and that it would start the next morning at 8:30. So she was super excited about this.
Wow.
Because she was just waitressing, and now she's got a clerk job at a fucking law firm, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
legit.
Right? Like, that's something you could build a career out of. So she was super excited. So that same night, her and Colton meet up and go have dinner.
Okay.
Now, earlier in the day, Jennifer had spoken with friends and family about how excited she was to start the new position and about how she had planned to go to bed early to get a good night's rest.
Mm-hmm.
However, at 9:30 that night, she spoke on the phone with a friend of hers, and his name was Michael, because he's going to come up a couple more times, telling him that she was going to go hang out with Colton because she was having some problems with him and she needed to smooth it all over. That's what she tells Michael. Okay? But
AKA, I owe him some money.
probably. But I guess we're speculating.
Yeah.
Right? But her friends and family and like her roommate, she told like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get an early night's rest. But this is 9:30 and she's like, I got to go meet up with Colton because I have some things to smooth over.
Uh-oh.
So I'm guessing that that's around the time they go out to dinner or whatever, kind of later in the night, because at 11 p.m., several of Jennifer's friends say that they saw her downtown with Colton in the area of where, like, the clubs and bars are.
Okay. That's
So-
really late to be
Getting
out.
an early night rest.
Yeah,
for
when you
your
are starting a new
job.
job in the morning.
Terrible decision-making process. here.
Yeah.
So when Jennifer sees her friends downtown, she invites them to come join them, right? Like they're sitting there eating dinner or whatever. And she's like, come hang out with us. So they come hang out and they're at a place called like Treasure Island or something. And they're eating whatever, they're drinking. And all of Jennifer's friends want to go across the street to a bar called Cheers Shot Bar. And she's like, why don't you guys go ahead? We need to pay our bill here, whatever, right? Meanwhile, the whole time that her friends had been there, Colton was like flirting with her friends and all that other stuff. So this is another reason why I don't think Jennifer and Colton are like a pair. I think they're just friends. So her friends go across the street. Colton calls somebody and he sets up a purchase of an 8-ball, which is an 1/8 ounce of cocaine. And then they go across the street to go meet up with their friends at the Cheers Shot Bar. But by the doors of the bar, Colton pulls Jennifer to the side, and then the couple go walking down the street away from the bar. So they never meet up with everybody at the bar.
Okay.
At 12 in the morning, Jennifer called Michael back, her friend that she had spoke to earlier, right? And she just called him to chat for a little bit. Like, it sounded like they were out having fun, whatever. She said something weird about, like, the police were going to get Colton or somebody was going to get Colton. I don't even know. It wasn't even clear to me what that was, so I didn't even put it in here. But she said something weird, but it didn't alarm Michael. Like, she didn't seem anxious. She wasn't scared. It sounded like two drunk people out on a night on the town, right?
Yeah.
Then, about an hour later, she called back again, Michael, and she said that Colton was super drunk and angry, and it sounded like they were looking for Jennifer's car or something because Colton started taking a piss on a random car, and she was like, that's not my car. Oh my God, he's peeing on a random car, right? So again, sounds like shenanigans, but she's not mad or anything. She's not scared. She's not anxious. She's just like, oh, here's Colton, wasted again. I'm trying to get him home, kind of thing. So that was at around 1 a.m., right? They head back to Colton's apartment at the Orange Tree Condominiums in Austin, Texas. And I'm guessing that they were either going to go back to, like, go do drugs or something, or she was just trying to drop him off and get him home, like, walk him inside. But either which way, they go inside, right?
Okay.
And the following morning, Jennifer doesn't show up for work. And so her new law firm, calls her a bunch of times, but they never get a hold of her. And then at 3:30, her new boss gets so concerned that he calls her mom to be like, hey, we offered her this job. She seemed pretty excited. She hasn't answered or anything, so I just wanted to let you know she didn't show up for work. Now, her mom...
How'd they get her fucking mom's number already?
I don't know. Maybe she filled out some information, you know?
Yes, yeah.
Now, her mom usually spoke to Jennifer multiple times a day, so she was immediately suspicious, and she called Jennifer right away. But, of course, she didn't answer, and so she called the cell phone provider, which Jennifer's mom paid for her cell phone. So she basically called her provider and asked for the last phone numbers that had been called on Jennifer's number. Like, mom is going into full-on fucking detective mode. She's like, all right, we're going to fucking
find out who she's with, who she was talking to, where she was at.
Exactly. So she calls the last few numbers, and she discovers through that, like, she talks to Michael. I think she had called Colton, but he didn't answer or something like that. But she finds out through Michael and other people that she had been out with Colton the night before. Mm-hmm. And so she tries to call him, and he doesn't answer. But eventually she gets a hold of him. And I think she was talking on the phone with Michael or another friend or something like that of Jennifer's when Colton called back. Mm-hmm. And so she put the other friend on hold, and she talks to Colton, and she's like, hey, what's going on? Like, Jennifer was with you last. And he plays totally dumb. He's like, I haven't seen her. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm trying to eat pizza with my friends. Leave me alone. Keep my name out your mouth kind of thing. And then so she switches back over to the phone with Michael, and she's like, well, Colton just told me this shit. And Michael's like, that is some fucking bullshit, and he's lying. That's weird. I know for a fact that she was with Colton last night.
Yeah. He's saying you wasn't even with her the night before?
Yeah, he's like, I haven't seen her.
Fucking witnesses, bro.
Who the fuck is Jennifer? Yeah, he's not smart.
Apparently.
So she knew that he was fucking lying, and so the parents travel to Austin, and they don't get there till the next morning, August 18th, and they discover that Jennifer's car is still parked at Colton's apartment. Now, I think the police have been called at this time, and they're, like, helping. Like, they're the ones who found her car and told the parents, but I don't think they're doing a lot, you know? Like, I don't know.
They're not trying to find her. They're like, she's...
here,
a girl.
But, like, we can't go into his apartment or whatever. Yeah, so her parents get there. They show up at his apartment, and they call 911 to be like, because the police, I don't know, somebody, maybe it was an investigator. I don't know who fucking found the car, but they call 911 to be like, I found her car. I think she's in this apartment. Please come here.
At Colton's apartment.
At Colton's apartment. So the police show up.
Bum, fucking bum, my man.
Bum, Colton. Where the fuck are you? What's going on? They're banging. Nobody's answering, right?
Oh, jeez.
So the police show up. Now, Jennifer's stepdad was there with her mom at Colton's apartment, and the police come, and he's like, get in there and get that girl out. Like, I know she's in there. I know something's going on. Something's weird here. Something ain't right. And the police are like, sir, I understand that you're frustrated and scared and all that, but, like, we're not allowed to enter the apartment without a warrant. Mm-hmm. And he's like, that's some bullshit, whatever. But all the police leave, right? And I don't know what their game plan is. They're going to go look for her, get a warrant. I don't know what their fucking game plan is. But Jennifer's stepdad is like, fuck your game plan. And they find a window that had, like, a crack in it. And Jennifer's mom could reach her hand in there and unlock the window, and they were able to open it. So the stepdad was like, I'm coming, baby girl, and dives in. Yeah. He goes for it, right?
I mean, honestly, what's the worst that you get charged with is, like, breaking and entering? I'm willing to fucking pay the fine and go to jail for 30 days. Whatever you're going to make me do.
Right. 100%.
They won't even give you all that if your daughter was actually missing and you're going through all of it.
Exactly.
Like,
and you discover something, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I would 100% have done the same fucking
Yeah. I'll just wait till the cops leave.
Yeah. Oopsie. And then
I found a warrant in this crack.
Yeah. The worst case scenario is I look like a crazy lady and I break into some random kid's apartment.
Exactly.
And then I'm like, that was a little excessive.
Yeah.
And then I'll chill out. But until then, you
now
fucking deal with me.
Yeah. But if you're not answering your calls and this guy's saying that you weren't there, but your car is there, he's being shady, he is not answering.
Yeah. And you know he's lying. Dude, I feel like if I were a cop and I couldn't open it, I'd be dropping hints. I'd be like, I'm not allowed to go in there without a warrant.
Yeah, I had a cop.
Oops, crash.
Kind
Oh
of.
no, there's an accidental breakage there. I'm gonna go now.
But if it's open,
Yeah.
someone could make it in.
Yeah.
I had a cop do that kind of thing. Like, unless you think that she's in danger.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
you're like,
or
yes,
harm
yes,
to
yeah, that one.
herself. I'm like, one time she was really mad and said she was going to kill herself. Can you go in now?
Yeah, exactly. Go save her.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That's what I'd be doing. I don't know if that's what these cops were doing, but her stepdad was like, fuck that shit. So he breaks in.
Yeah.
And
The
when
cops
he
are like,
gets in,
we're going to head out.
we gotta go. When he gets into the apartment, he looks around and he walks into the bathroom and he finds a very gruesome discovery.
Oh, dear Lord.
His stepdaughter's remains were found in the bathtub and she had been absolutely mutilated. She had been shot through her arm,
Why?
into her chest,
Ugh.
where a bullet had ripped through her heart, and that's what killed her, and it
Oh
killed
my
her instantly.
God.
Okay? Colton had then begun to play with her remains as if they were a toy, and he continued to, like, mutilate her corpse.
Oh, my God.
He shot her in the head once, post-mortem, and then stabbed her corpse repeatedly.
What
And I
the
can't remember
fuck?
what the number was. I want to say it was like 40-something times she had been stabbed.
Oh, my God. All postmortem?
All post-mortem.
Mortem.
They say that her death actually happened very quickly. Like the shot through the arm and into the heart that killed her, that was like her first wound, and it would have killed her instantly. So that is the
good.
one saving grace we have in all of this.
Yeah.
Here's what's worse, though, is that when her stepfather found her remains in the tub, he had dismembered her already, so her head and her hands were in a bag on the floor
Fucking hell.
in the bathroom.
Ugh.
The autopsy showed that Jennifer's severed head had been shot through the severed neck section up through the head post-mortem. So, like, the bullet lodged in her skull.
How was
Whoa.
no one calling the police for all these gunshots?
How? Why? Like, homie, she's dead. At first, when I had read she had a post-mortem gunshot wound through the head, I thought, oh, that was probably like let's
To
make
make
sure
sure.
she's dead before I start stabbing her and cutting her up or something. But the fact that it was done, like, he cut off her head and then shot the gun through the neck, up the head.
Well, the other part of that, because that's a fucking horrifying thing to do.
Like,
Anyway,
why?
Like, why? But, like, where? Was he in the bathroom? Where was he aiming it? Because, like, I wouldn't expect
I
the
don't
skull
know.
to catch
Stop a bullet. It
It
must have not been that. He must have been far off. Like,
yeah, but, like, how are
target
you
practice?
then?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
that's crazy. To just shoot off fucking guns in your apartment after you've murdered someone.
And they're like on campus apartments. So I don't know how nobody, maybe there's loud parties, maybe played music. I don't know. Fucking muffled it with a goddamn pillow. I don't know.
I guess it's Texas. If you hear a gunshot, it's not necessarily something, you know.
Like it's fireworks.
Yeah. Or like, it's just someone shooting off guns. Like, you're allowed to do that, I guess. What the fuck?
Like, why? What the fuck is right?
That's crazy.
Her heads and hands were in the bag on the floor next to the tub, like I said.
All of her heads.
All of them. She got so many. So he had made no attempt to like hide or discard of her remains. He did all of this shit and just left it.
Yeah.
in
And
his
where's
apartment.
he? He's not in the apartment, obviously.
I'll tell you about Colton in a second, where he goes, okay? But first, when Jennifer's stepdad had found the mutilated remains in the tub, Colton had left the hacksaw that he used to dismember her just sitting on her abdomen.
Oh my
It
God.
was like he was in the middle of it and he just fucking bounced.
How fucking horrific for her poor dad / stepdad to walk into. What the fuck?
What the fuck is right? So obviously he calls
Also-
911. Yeah.
Just a thought.
Tell me.
I, as a person, probably would have unlocked the door and allowed my wife to come in too. Like, let's go find her.
Let's find it together.
Yeah.
Well, good thing he didn't.
Yeah, I guess.
Good thing he did. Maybe he passed it on the way to the door and he was like, oh,
We're just gonna leave
fuck.
that shit locked.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. because he calls 911 and he had to like physically hold her mom back from going into the apartment because all she wanted to do was go see her baby girl. And he was like,
my
no
God.
way.
Oh my God. That is
Now,
so
I don't know if
fucked
he
up.
was like, her head's gone. Like, you don't want to be in there. Or if he was like, just trust me.
Like, she's gone. You can't do
Yeah.
anything. Don't
Yeah.
go in there.
Yeah. And I link the 911 call in the sources, but it is so sad. Like, her mom called 911 first, actually, and like, she wasn't getting it. All she said was the condominium names.
Yeah.
And then the operator's like, you got to give me an address so I can send help. And she's screaming. Like,
Yeah.
she's not answering any questions. So then the stepdad takes over. And the operator's like, okay, I need you to start CPR. And he's like,
On what?
And he's
You
like,
can't.
it's a crime scene. Like, she's gone and I don't want to disturb the scene. And then the lady was like, oh, okay. Like, I get you.
God.
Obviously, the police start an investigation and they're looking for Colton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess the night after killing Jennifer, Colton went to a friend's apartment a few doors down. And this is at like 3 a.m.
Doors?
3 doors down.
Great band. But
Like,
go
yeah,
on.
like the band. So he goes to his neighbor's, aka friend's house, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, Jennifer had just spoke to Michael at 1 a.m. So they're speculating that between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. is when Jennifer was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to this friend's house and he talks about this elaborate story about how he had just gotten into a gunfight with some Mexicans in his apartment or something.
That's what all those gunshots were about?
I guess. And he's not sure, but he thinks he definitely fired the gun and he might have shot somebody, but he doesn't know.
Oh my God.
And so he was like, can you check me? Do I have blood on me? And so she was like, you have a smear on your arm. And he was like, bet. Like, thanks. Good looking out. Let me wash that off. And then the morning of Jennifer's murder, Colton remained in the apartment with her remains. Like, he goes back to his apartment. He hangs out with her.
So he just went to the neighbors and was like, do I have any blood on me?
Yeah. And the neighbor was like, he was so wasted, and Colton is normally pretty trash. So, like, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought he was so smashed. Like, he didn't know what was going on. And she did not believe his story at all. And she's just like, go ahead. Go on now.
I mean, that makes sense. I probably wouldn't either. If my
Yeah.
friend came over
Right.
who was a drug dealer and often hammered,
Right.
like, you're crazy. Maybe
Yeah,
you
okay.
fell.
I guess that might be blood. I don't know. Go on now.
Yeah.
So he does that. He gets home. And
Also,
then
it's 3 a.m. I want to go to bed.
Right? Now, I guess when he gets home, while he's hanging out with fucking Jennifer's remains or whatever, he calls a friend who used to be a girlfriend. I'm not sure if they still are boyfriend and girlfriend, but like, this girl is very interested in Colton. And I don't think he is so much as interested in her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he calls her or she calls, but they talk on the phone, right?
Okay.
I guess a lot of phone information had gone missing, but there is this little part where, like, in the messages, she replies saying something like, what do you mean? And then they have like a 30-minute phone call conversation after, and that is the morning all this goes down. So I'm sure he's like, I need help. She's like, what do you mean? And then they talk about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his friend comes over, this girlfriend. We're just going to call her girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Laura Hall. Now, it's not clear if Laura saw Jennifer's remains when she came over, but I'm going to guess she was aware of the situation because once she gets there, then the couple hop into Colton's car and they drive across to the Mexico border and they flee the U.S.
What?
Yeah. So like Texas-Mexico border, that's where they go.
Holy shit.
So I'm going to guess she knows that there's a dead body on our hands.
Yeah. And she's just like, I'm going to involve myself.
She's like in love with Colton, so I'm guessing that's why she goes along with it all.
What the fuck? Teach your girls better.
Right? So, Laura
If he
Hall,
cheats on you, he'll cheat with you, or
right?
whatever, right?
Yeah, however that goes.
If he cheats with you, he'll cheat on you. If he fucking killed a bitch, he's gonna kill another one.
Watch out, girl.
Why are you going with this person? He's a dangerous person.
I don't fucking know. Teach your children.
Yeah. Also, killed a bitch. I don't mean to call Jennifer a bitch.
Nah, we get it.
It's,
we get it.
you know, figure of speech.
It's
She's
just
not a bitch.
like
She's
a
a very
term of
innocent
endearment
victim.
there.
Yeah, a term of endearment. Holy shit, though.
Yeah, not a good look for old Colton boy here.
Or
But
Laura.
Laura didn't care. Laura was like, fucking.
He loves me. He's
Yeah.
different with me. You wouldn't understand.
He would never.
I'm gonna fix him.
So she was a student at the University of Texas also, and so I'm guessing that's how everybody knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she was friends with Jennifer or not, but we do know that she was friends with Colton.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her kind of connection here. She was studying law, and she was planning on becoming a lawyer. So not a good look for your career either, my friend.
Yeah, you're kind of going about it the wrong way.
Yeah. Now, I guess before they fled for Mexico, Colton went to a local hardware store, and he bought that hacksaw that was found on Jennifer's remains.
With her?
Well, the surveillance footage only shows Colton.
Okay.
going in there and buying it. And then he bought a whole fucking cleanup kit, like cleaning supplies, face mask, all this other stuff with the hacksaw. And the person checking him out was like, what you need the hacksaw for? Because this looks like a murder kit, you know? Like, I don't think they said that part, but they asked, what's the hacksaw for? And he's like, I just got to cut up a turkey with this. Like, I need something to cut through the bones. I don't know what the fuck he said, but he explained that he was cutting a turkey.
A turkey with a hacksaw.
Right.
What else would you use?
I don't know. So that is when he then goes back to the apartment.
Cuts her up.
Yeah.
Potentially then shoots the gun again.
After dismembering, because allegedly, now this is all piecing together, right? Like the police are piecing together that she had been shot and killed and put in the tub. He goes to the friend's house at 3 a.m., hangs out with her in the tub forever. Then Laura gets there. That's when they go get the hacksaw. So this is when she's getting dismembered, is with Laura present. And Laura could possibly be helping with dismembering.
Oh my God.
So Laura could have technically shot her through the head, and I still don't know if Laura knew who Jennifer was.
Ooh.
But we definitely know Colton did the murdering.
Yeah.
So while all of the dismemberment and everything is happening, people know she's missing at this point. It's like 3 o'clock, whatever. You know, people are trying to call him, and he's like trying to chop her up while everybody's calling. So when he's like, I'm out at pizza with my friends or whatever, he's actively doing shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And when did the parents get there? Not until the next day?
Next morning. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he's doing all this the day that she got murdered. And then he starts to get real nervous because everybody's tracking him down. And he's like, we got to go. And that's when they go to Mexico. So they successfully hid out in Mexico for 5 days until they were discovered at a Holiday Inn.
Okay. Did he use his real name?
I'm not a doctor, but... Well, I guess they were in Piedra Negra, which I guess is a city that's on the Mexico-U.S. border, which I don't know any of the fucking cities, so.
Yeah, but they didn't make it any farther. They're just
they didn't make it any further. So I guess
5 days.
they had somebody there that was like, I don't know if it was like the hotel manager or some shit, but they like made friends with him, and that guy invited him back to his house to watch like a fucking UFC fight or some shit. And that guy even took a picture of them in like the playpen of his children's toys.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like he befriended them. But then he started getting wind that they were looking for somebody on the run, and he started to catch up that this is the guy that he's been chilling with. So he's actually the one who called in to the authorities and was like, hey, yo, I think you got your guy here.
Oh my God.
And then the SWAT team shows up. Like the Mexico SWAT team shows up. And they take him and Laura to the U.S. border where the U.S. Marshals arrest Colton, and they let Laura go.
What the fuck?
Because they don't know Laura's involvement at this point.
She's fucking abetting. At least take her with you.
Right?
Like,
I don't know if they just couldn't or what, but...
aiding? I don't know. Maybe not abetting. I don't know. I don't know what the differences there are, but she's doing something. She's hanging out with someone, knowing some circumstances.
We should ask her some questions.
Yeah, I would think.
Sit down, have a cookie.
Yeah. Have a seat right over here.
What do you know? On August 23rd, 2005, so like a week later after Jennifer's murder, Colton was charged with murder.
Mm-hmm.
And on January 29th, 2007, he was found guilty and sentenced to 55 years in prison with possibility of parole after he served 50% of his time, which will be around the time that he is 51 years old.
55 years? He only got 55 years?
That's all he got.
In Texas?
In Texas.
Where they're fucking killing people for nothing?
For nothing. 55 years. He was 24 at the time of his conviction. So I don't know how fucking old he'll be when
70-something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, what's 50%? He's got to serve 20-something years. So he'll be a 50-something when he gets out.
Yeah. If he gets out.
Hard and loose math. Yeah. If he got paroled,
If
right?
he gets paroled, he'll be 50-something. Which, you know, prison only really reforms people, so he'll probably be a better person.
Oh, he's going to be so great.
At that point.
Yeah, he'll be a great member of society.
Yeah, let him out. Let's see what he does.
Oh, no.
See what other fucking ideas he's got.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
At trial. Okay, let me tell you about trial. So at trial, Colton tried to argue that he didn't recall anything that happened that night because he was hopped up in alcohol and Xanax.
That would have been a fine excuse had you not done anything you did the next day.
Right? When you were sober?
Yeah. Or coming down, at least, you know? I don't know if you stayed sober through that, because that seems rough. Also, he needed Laura to drive him around, so...
Probably not, huh? So he said that he woke up the next morning with Jennifer's body in the tub, and he had no recollection of what had happened.
How'd you get there?
He denied dismembering, stabbing, and shooting at her remains.
Must have been someone who broke in after.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stepdad, you know? He broke into the house.
He claims that it was Laura Hall.
What?
Yeah, he puts it on Laura, saying that she's the one who dismembered the body, and she was having a hard time with, like, the machete, I guess, that they were using originally.
So then he bought the
So
hacksaw?
he went and bought the hacksaw for her to finish it up.
He's like, baby girl, I got you in your little craft project.
Oh, my God. And now, this is his side of the story.
Also,
so who knows? if that's really
Imagine
true.
being so fucking in love with someone that you're willing to, like, go to their house, see that they've murdered someone, and go through all of that with them, and then go on the run to Mexico because you're so fucking enthralled with this person or whatever, and then them turn around and be like, she did it.
Oh, my God. Like, girls should have fucking, like you were saying, teach your girls. Like, teach your children.
Yeah.
Like, she got fucked.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are you doing,
But
Laura?
shouldn't have fucking been there. But also, Jesus.
Yeah, that's
the
also gonna fuck with
audacity.
your brain. Like, I don't care who you are or what you are or whatever. Like, if I walked in on you and you had a dead body and I needed to help dismember it or whatever, even if I did it in the state of shock that I was in, that will fuck me up for my life.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm eating an ice cream cone and then all of a sudden I'm like, remember that one time the aorta shot in my eye or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, I'm spiraling.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So there's no way this bitch is not fucked up.
Yeah.
Not to like have, I'm not trying to throw her a pity party or anything, but it's just like, fuck, girl, you really got fucked.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And probably not literally like you wanted.
I know, right?
I
God.
don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
We don't
that. I don't know. What kind of mood does that put you in, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh.
Oh, God. But like I said, like she was obsessed with Colton and Colton was not obsessed with her. So he fucking used her.
Colton just knew he had to ride or die.
Exactly. So in 2007, Laura Hall was convicted of tampering with evidence and hindering the apprehension of Colton. So they did arrest her.
Okay.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Laura did to tamper with the evidence other than dismembering the body.
And taking him away.
Yeah, but like it wasn't clear what, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing it has something to do with her body.
She's probably, well, even just driving him to the hardware store could have been tampering with evidence.
Right,
Like she's
like if he
helping
had-
him to tamper with evidence or something. I
Whatever.
don't know if that's true, but it feels like it would be, you know?
I feel like it would be. But she ended up only getting 5 years. Actually, one article said 10 and one said 5. But
Okay.
either which way, not enough time for if she really did chop up a body.
100% if she actually chopped up that body. But I kind of have a hard time believing that it was her that did that.
Yeah, like he's probably just saying that.
Yeah, I think that he did that.
Dude, I can't even cut through a piece of wood with a hacksaw.
Gotta put your elbow into it. Just really
Gotta
get
have
down
the right
there.
blade.
Yeah.
You know, for some reason, I'm thinking it's like a very thin blade.
It is. It's the one that's like that, and then it's got
Well, I
the
know what a
big
hacksaw
thing.
is,
Oh,
but
okay.
like you can change the blade on the hacksaw.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but that was all I was allowed to use growing up.
Well,
So
I
feel like
literally
could
was
cut through
thinking,
anything.
I don't think I could even cut a piece of wood with it because I have one that I gave my son. And even I was like coming after it, but we were using a really small blade, so maybe that's why. But I
Yeah.
think he would want a small blade to cut through bones. I don't know.
I don't know the logistics.
I don't either.
But
If
he was
anybody
like,
knows out
I'm
there,
going to
let
be
us know.
cutting through a turkey bones. What's the best blade?
Right. But like, I can't cut through that.
So you're saying
I feel
like Laura probably couldn't? Yeah,
or
that's
it would be
fair.
hard work. That's probably why she stopped if she was. Like,
Yeah,
that's why
right.
they only did the hands and the head.
She's like, listen,
And if I'm dismembering a body, I'm not starting with the head.
no?
That's like the last thing I'm gonna do.
That's probably the first thing I would do.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like dreading that. I really don't want to. I would start with like an arm. And not a hand, because I'm just gonna get rid of that whole arm.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do a hand. That seems unnecessary.
Unless you're like, let me see what it's like. That does seem like the smallest point to cut through. Let's just go ahead and let everybody hear our thought process on dismembering an entire body.
I'd probably start with the head because that's like that's the one, like, you know that's one that you got to do. So if you're going to test it, you might as well just fucking go at it with the sharpest blade.
Machete a head off. Now, why is it the one that you gotta do? Because you could identify somebody? So you're gonna get rid of their head and hands and feet?
Well, anytime you dismember a person, it's like head, arms, legs.
Yeah.
Like torso
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
right?
But you could technically head torso it. I guess what I'm saying is I know the head's gotta go. I just would save it for last.
See, I
or,
think
like,
it's because I know it's got to go that
Yeah,
it's like, that's
get
going
it
to be
out
the
of the
first.
way.
Or like a leg, because like, Jesus.
See, that seems so hard. I feel like it'd start off with a shoulder to get a technique down.
Yeah.
Like, are we cutting the
go-
skin and then twisting and busting and then jamming a knife in there to try to break it like I do like a chicken leg?
Oh, Jesus. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't need it.
I don't either. And the bathroom is not enough room for all of that kind of
And it's too
contortion.
hot in there.
I'm hot right now.
I'm hot right now, and then thinking about it just makes, and your hair is in your face, and it's sticky, and
Well, you can put your hair up. If you're dismembering
Yeah,
the
I'd
body, you
have
gotta put your
to.
hair up.
first rule.
DNA everywhere.
Remember when I didn't put my hair up and I was blowing up inflatables
I
at your
remember.
house?
Erin almost lost her fucking scalp.
Fucking
Scalped yourself in my backyard.
hair went into the motor. It stopped it. I was like, well, I hope this turns back on.
I heard you giggling, and then you let my mom just chop off half your fucking hair without a worry, and I was like, God damn, I'd be bald if I let my mom cut that much hair off of me.
She was trying to go lower. I was like, no, just take the whole thing.
Like, get it here.
Like, take the strand. I don't give a fuck.
Get rid of it.
I need less hair. I need a haircut. It's so much. I cut it just yesterday morning because I'm so mad at it.
Well, go get it cut, girl.
I know.
And if we're dismembering bodies, put it up. Okay. So
I'm going to ask for that old dismembering bodies special. Can
Yeah.
I get a bob pixie cut? Need this shit out of my face.
can you just go ahead and shave it?
Give me the mullet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right? Let the party hang out in the back. But
Yeah.
Get it out of my face.
But make sure it stays in the back.
I think we should bring back mullets for chicks.
I don't.
All right. Anyway, back
Anyway.
to murder, because I'm almost done.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Derail this conversation.
I'm fucking for it. So, she got convicted for fucking tampering with evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Laura ended up getting 5 years. I already said that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so either way, she gets 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, something like that. So, on March 5th, 2018, Laura was released on parole under mandatory supervision, including GPS monitoring for the remainder of her prison sentence, which was to end in August of that same year. So, I'm guessing she's already out and free, but our guy Colton here, he's not. And I think he tried to petition for parole and he was denied or something, but I don't really know for sure.
As he fucking should be.
Yeah.
Listen, my guy.
I don't know when he's going to be released or if he's released or what. So
I might just sit this one out.
yeah,
you know?
maybe just hang out in prison for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty fucked up. Thanks
Yeah.
for that.
Hey, anytime. You're so welcome.
Love it.
There's so many things that keep almost adding, and I'm like, wait, that was a different case. Oh, wait, that was a different case. 'Cause
Yeah.
I read too many of them to pick this case.
Too deep.
Yeah, exactly. And so many cases, I was like, I'm pretty sure we already covered that, and then I would search our thing, and it wasn't there. And I think it's just the themes, you know, like really good student kills her kid, kills her parents, or whatever.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
Anyway, so that's my fucking story.
Thanks, Stace.
You're welcome,
It
Air.
was a doozy.
Yeah. If you guys want to check out pictures pertaining to our case, because there are a few, go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok. Our handle is at ISGD Podcast. Also, come join us on Patreon for as little as $1 my friends. You can get access to all of our back episodes, which is like 60 fucking episodes that you have never heard of before because they're special only for our patrons.
You've heard of like 2 or 3 of them.
Well, that was like, emergencies. That was released on the podcast.
But forgive us on that one.
Yeah. But also, if you want more of the content that you've already heard, we have access to like behind the scenes audio or behind the scenes footage of us actually recording the episode. So if you're okay with a lot of shit talk and BSing and hanging out vibes,
Some tangents and things.
hell yeah, we got tiers on that Patreon. Come join us.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking, I think it's fairly affordable for what we offer because we are granting you access to all the other back shit that we've already done. So anyway, you get to support your favorite podcasters and we get to continue to podcast. So please go support us there. We appreciate you guys and we love you.
Thank you.
Also, if you want to email us, you could do that at isgdpodcast@gmail.com or snail mail us at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
And have you been to the...
Not in a minute.
Yeah, I was
I should
wondering.
go there. Haven't been over there in a while.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, someday. Listen, it's hard once our routines get broken up.
Mm-hmm.
No kids are over. I bet you don't have a routine at all.
Not at all. We've been sleeping in until like 8:39 in the morning every morning.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
how wonderful.
It's great. Brandon still works. He like wakes up all mad at himself. I slept in. I'm like, ooh. You work from home. You
yeah,
fucking
set your alarm.
hope there's not traffic.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here I am at the office.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Did you get any emails? They would have woken you up. You're all right.
All right, guys, we love you. Bye.
Bye.